The supreme arrow is more than just a hinge. It's a technical and aesthetic hallmark and the result of a complex process performed by hand. The arrow is inserted on the temple arm and front, then carefully filed and ground to eliminate protrusions or defects. Persol also has a special process performed by hand to ensure a more comfortable fit. It consists of eliminating sharp angles to ensure the weight of the lenses is evenly distributed all along the frame and does not weigh too much at any specific point. It is as though each piece were custom made for its wearer. Persol lenses are made of crystal, which is the finest natural optical material. They protect from harmful UV rays and selectively absorb the colors of the spectrum without affecting eye functions. Persol polarized lenses, which are made by inserting a polarizing film between two crystal lenses, block light reflected by water, asphalt and snow. As a result, vision remains consistent even when there is excessive glare. Today, Persol offers a thinner polarized lens that is just 1.8 mm thick. The lens is thinner and lighter, yet more resistant due to new production technologies. Persol also uses photochromic crystal lenses that darken in the presence of light in just 15 to 20 seconds. Reflector is an exclusive Persol patent that eliminates pressure on the temples and lets the eyeglasses adapt to the anatomy of any face. This technical solution remains unsurpassed today. Advanced machinery and fine hand crafting are needed to create the Reflecto system, which also requires 10 more steps to make than an ordinary frame. With this system, nylon or metal cylinders that intersect with a flexible steel core are inserted in the acetate temple arm. There are cult objects that have left their mark in the history of international design. One such object is the Persol 649, which was created in 1957 and is still part of the collection. Worn by Marcello Mastroianni and Steve McQueen, the 649 has made film and design history, and it has appeared in several exhibits as an icon of Italian creativity and style. With the comfort of 4 calibers, the Reflecto system on the temples and bridge, crystal lenses, the Persol arrow, and an entirely patented design, it is a flawless example of comfort and technology. Always imitated but inimitable, the 649 is the perfect symbol of Persol design. Its classic elegance embodies everything that the world envies about Italian design: stylishness, originality, and the fine art of handcrafting. In the moments of light in your life, Persol is an accessory that distinguishes and protects you. Elegance, the fine art of handcrafting, design and technology. Let yourself be seduced by Italy's most prestigious eyewear brand. Persol, like every Luxottica Group brand, is subject to the Luxottica Quality Control System, whose objective is to ensure the highest quality lenses and frames. For this purpose, Luxottica not only uses the most advanced technologies available in the sector, but it also builds or modifies special machinery to effect strict quality tests on its lenses and frames that are much more rigorous than the routine tests required by international standards. CAS test, corrosion strength test. This is an additional Luxottica test made besides the standard ones required by current laws. This test verifies the frame's resistance to chemical physical agents that can jeopardize its mechanical characteristics and appearance. The CAS test simulates corrosion by placing the frames in an acid environment created by nebulizing a solution composed of acetic acid, sodium chloride and copper chloride bihydrate at 50 degrees centigrade. Accelerated aging test. This is an additional Luxottica test made beside the standard ones required by current laws. The paints and colors of frames are damaged by temperature, humidity and UV rays. The objective of the test is to verify the duration of the frames by subjecting them to 4 hours under UV rays at a temperature of 60 degrees centigrade and 4 hours of condensation, humidity 90 to 95%, at a temperature of 50 degrees centigrade. This treatment is repeated several times. Colored lenses also undergo the xenon test, which subjects them to radiation that simulates the sun's rays. The test shows that the colored lenses do not change color, meaning that their optical quality remains unchanged over time. Dimensional stability test for frames. 2 tests are made. Static deformation test. People often grab the temple arms and spread them apart before they put on their glasses. This test, which verifies the frame's resistance to opening stress, consists in applying 2 500-gram weights at the ends of the 2 temple arms for at least 1 minute. Dimensional stability test. This test was created for plastic frames and verifies that heat does not alter their shape. The test consists in exposing the frames to thermal stress by placing them in an oven at 55 degrees centigrade for 2 hours, then cooling them at 23 degrees centigrade. Resistance to stress on the temple arm. This is an additional Luxottica test made besides the standard ones required by current laws. The temple hinge is the part most subject to stress on the frames. A temple arm must remain intact even after prolonged use. This test, which opens and closes the arm 25,000 times, simulates the normal functioning of the temple arm. Drop ball test. This test is required by US standards. This test verifies the lens resistance to even particularly violent blows. During the test, the lens is struck by a steel ball 16 mm in diameter, which is dropped from a height of 1.27 meters. Abrasion and scratch test for lenses. This is an additional Luxottica test made beside the standard ones required by current laws. It consists of 2 tests. Abrasion, an abrasive pad is repeatedly passed over the lens. Scratches, graphite lead of increasing hardness is scratched across the lens. Optical bench. This test checks that the curvature of the frames does not alter the optical characteristics of the lens, modifying its spherical power, magnifying or reducing the image, its astigmatic power, flattening the image, and its prismatic power, shifting the image from the center. Depending on the curve of the front of the frames, Luxottica chooses the most suitable lenses to eliminate the prismatic effect, called off-centered lenses. Surface coating test. Surface coatings strengthen frames and protect them from corrosion by external agents. This sort of protection is achieved through galvanic baths, electroplating. The surface coating test uses X-ray instruments to check the exact thickness of the different layers. Furthermore, by submitting the frames to a tearing strength test, the coating's adherence is also controlled. Persol not only signifies Italian style and elegance. the fine art of handcrafting, and a perfect fit for any type of face. But it also means design, technology, and scrupulous control through accurate testing to ensure maximum satisfaction over time.